Um, your sessions, I literally couldn't work out which room I wanted to be in to hold the sessions because they are both so good. So you've got filling your capital bucket.
Yep, I've got a variety of goodies that I'm super excited about talking about with the speakers that we've got going. And I was the same as you. I was like, I have FOMO of what's going to be going on in the rooms that you're managing. So for people watching this, good, you must know that Crystal and I were fighting over who got to run each room. So if that's any
Literally,
indication about how excited we are about the program, is very much a thing.
literally. And I think even the capability breakouts, I thought, if I'm not on stage, I can sneak into your room.
I know. So I'm super pleased that we are live streaming the event so that we get to both watch the event back ourselves as well.
Yes, you can be in regional areas and be walking the street and still watching what we're doing.
You literally can.
Also keen for Sinead's session on Yes, You Can Invest, because I think as founders, we always think that it's us on that side of the table. But I think the Yes, You Can Invest just talks through all of the options for women to become investors as well, which I'm super excited about. Caught up with Katie Freeman this morning, and we had a little bit of a chat around that as well. So that session is going to be awesome.
So good. And you're getting to interview a pretty impressive woman in the scheme of all things investment.
Yeah, so I'm hanging out with Adele House from Scolari, so the Scolari board chair. So I put myself out there and added her for a fireside chat, which, I mean, just looking at her experience in terms of leadership, I'm like, how do we get as much from this incredible woman as we can? I know, get her up on stage and have that chat, which I'm very excited for.
Yeah, that's so awesome. No, I'm super excited. What is your, well, actually, no, we don't want to ask who's your favorite child that you're most excited to see. So I'm not going to ask you that question.
Well, I can share that, like the panel that I'm doing with the traction panel is literally like all of my old best friends and new best friends. So I feel like I've curated that session just for myself to hang out with my friends on stage. So that's going to be so fun with Letitia and Charlotte and Kylie Little from Wider Capital.
So good. Well, this is why we organise events, so that we get to get people that we want to hear from in a room and let them do their thing, work their magic.
Yeah, hang out together. Very cool.
I think that is like a real indication of like an event, though, when you've got a whole bunch of people that actually would love to hang out with each other in like a social setting as well, because the energy in rooms like that, when you're talking about super interesting things with people that you would love to like go out to dinner with anyway, I feel that brings like a different energy to an event as well.
Yeah, totally curated it just for people that I want to hang out with and you. The other thing that we forgot to add was we've got some founders who are pitching. Have you seen the lineup yet, Joe?
I've been having a little peruse, but give us some little case studies or some tasters of who's going to be there.
Oh my goodness. So we've got a number of new founders from our Investment Ready program who are just in the program now and they're like, yes, putting my hand up to pitch. So cannot wait to see them because I literally couldn't even elevator pitch them myself at the moment. So I'm glad that they put their hand up to brave the pitching. So I actually know what a lot of them do. We've got some old faces as well. We've got Doris from Smart Mango. We've got Kate O'Connor from The Hood, which I've was lucky to see her pitch a couple of months ago. So she's going to be great as well. Elizabeth Tyler. It's going to be great. They're all really, really standout founders.
Amazing. Well, I'm excited because, well, as you can see, we're, dialing in to record this call across Australia. So even those people that can't make it to the Western Sydney Startup Hub can get our online tickets and live stream the event, which is super cool.
Yeah, founders always ask me whenever we've got an event on in person, they're like, oh, are you live streaming it? And I'm like, No, it's just in person. This time I'm like, yes, we are live streaming it. So we need to make sure that founders jump on and make use of that. The Founders Union have supported us in terms of the investment of, it takes a fair bit to like do a full production of a live stream, I can tell you. So I really need this one to work. All right, Joe, you're heading back from Bathurst to Wagga after having Invest Rural yesterday. How was that?
So, yeah, Invest Rural, we've just had a bunch of investors from metro areas spend 24 hours in the central west of New South Wales meeting a bunch of founders from a huge variety of industries, just getting the 101 on what investment is, what sorts of different opportunities there are for businesses to tap into. And it was just such an amazing opportunity for a real education piece. So, like, for people that are like, oh, I hear about investment and I don't actually know what it means or what sort of investment is appropriate for my business and where I'm at. It was just a really fabulous demystifier for that. So it was a really great opportunity for businesses to have a think about things like that. And I'm really excited because I think that's going to be a really interesting outcome that will come out of FoundHER as well, is just that opportunity to just even understand better about the different types of investment and how it might work for what you're growing.
Yeah, I think if you haven't been in that process, just to get a high level overview, like hear about how it's spoken about, who's who in the zoo, find out. I'm really looking forward to that bit. The other thing that we
100%.
didn't the other thing that we didn't touch on was the capability rooms, and we've got our friends at Z Law and Verity talking about AI and law, which I am super excited about. I had the team on a program call the other day, and just amazing how easy it is to use that tool with Verity in terms of those legal documents.
Yep. I've literally been using it to get some things sorted with my own, like, next stages of businesses with my company in Singapore. And even just with that, with the tool, even though it's an Australian based company and tool, me being able to tap into that capability that the tech has got for a company that's, registered in another country has been next level.
Yeah, I just put a contract straight through it, and rather than me sit for like an hour reading through a contract, it just pulled out the bits. Here's the bits that you should think about. Here's the bits that wouldn't normally be in a contract. Here's your responsibility. Here's their responsibility. I was like, wow, this has just saved me like 5 hours. So keen for that one. The other one we've got is Janine Owen from Granted, because she's got an AI tool about matching founders with the grants. So save time rather than going out for every grant and getting stuck down the rabbit hole of what's out there. So really cool to see the Granted tool in action as well.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
The other ones we've got is Pitch Slap. So old SJ with her pitch slap, which is absolutely hilarious. So literally I answered 6 questions. I made up a business and the feedback was so funny, but so real. And, even with my experience of being able to pretty well articulate an elevator pitch, the feedback on Pitch Slap was hilarious. So can't wait to see people's reaction to putting their info in and seeing what Pitch Slap gives them back.
So good.
And the last one is Liz Nabel. So she's going to do a one-on-one PR consult with the lucky founder. Because I think the thing that we underestimate in capital raising is the PR around it. So it's not just about having a bunch of meetings with investors. It's about, just getting out there and being, everywhere all at once, which takes a lot of time off founders from doing business as usual. And so for Liz to be able to talk through what would a capital raise PR campaign look like, I think will be super helpful for any founders out there who are even thinking about that. How can you make people aware, investors aware of you, and share your wins in a public space?
100%.
Okay, well, you better get back on the road. Great to chat with you. Looking forward to seeing you next week.